The hell are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
What's up, guys? AW Aaron Ward, or what's up? It's Tuesday, December 20th, the release of Percy Jackson. How y'all guys doing, man? I hope you're all doing good. Really, really good. On this night. Yeah, this night. What's up? Yeah, Let's Talk Pop 60. I haven't done Let's Talk Pop in a while. That's because I've been focusing on my other channel, which subscribe to, please. If you're new here, please subscribe to this channel, please. It's my new channel. Let's dissect. Or the dissect. I'm sorry. Here we go. So yeah, okay, we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff, but let me get this. Here, subscribe. Thank you. Please. And I am gonna make it my pin. So please subscribe. Okay. Pin mesh. So subscribe to that channel. I made a video earlier today. It was about, what was it about? Oh, the Batman and Arkham, Matt Reeves. All of that earlier today. On that channel, I do plan to make some videos tomorrow. Couple videos. There's a one on John Campea tomorrow about Jonathan Majors and Avengers 5. We're going to talk. Actually, it's going to be more about Avengers 5. That's going to be tomorrow. And also another one tomorrow is going to go over Grace. We're going to talk about Grace with tomorrow about Avengers Dynasty or Insomniac Leaks. No, not Avengers Dynasty. Actually, she did a stream earlier. The first topic was the Batman related stuff with Matt Reeves, Arkham, and all that. We're going to do, and the second topic she did was the Insomniac Leaks with all that. We're going to talk about that today again tonight. I know, and we're gonna. I listen to what somebody says, and if you could check my DM, if you check my buddies, I usually invite George and Blind. If they saw my DMs in our group, they would know what my reaction is, because there were some takes on Grace's live stream where it made me like, oh my God, Grace, come on. I can't believe that. Especially her Insomniac takes and some of the Batman Arkham stuff, Matt Reeves, James Gunn takes. But the Insomniac takes is really, really something. And I'm gonna have to obviously go over that live stream and see where skim through it. So where I could go over it and dissect it, right? Because it is a live stream. The difference between her and Campea, she does not upload segments like Campea does on his channel. So I'm gonna have to skim through it, and so it'll take a little bit longer to get a Grace video out. But she says some stuff that will make that if you're a video game fan, an Insomniac fan, you'd be like, oh my God, please don't talk about video games. And she did say she's gonna watch the cutscenes. Watch the cutscenes for the Insomniac games, and that's it. Instead of playing, yeah, she admits she's not a gamer, and I'm like, I know this. I know that the leaks were a very big thing, a huge thing, obviously, a very huge deal today. Which Insomniac, let's be honest, did not take the hack seriously. They thought it was a bluff. They ain't bluffing, the hackers. Those hackers were not bluffing. And yeah, so we're gonna talk Jonathan Majors, the Batman stuff, Avengers, and yeah. So sit back and relax, and this guy. So It's all right. Okay. I did some of this on my Dissect channel, the Dissect channel, as you saw as pin. I talked about Jonathan Majors getting the verdict was in, getting charged, right? I did do a video on that. Obviously, when I made that video, he was not let go by Marvel, fired by Marvel yet. And then about an hour, 2 hours later, I made a little short where Marvel did let him go. And okay, okay. Okay. Obviously, that was a short. That was a short. And then, a bunch of stuff came out from Hollywood Reporter about MCU. That they're shifting away from Kang Dynasty and shifting away from that whole storyline involving Kang as the main antagonist of the multiverse saga for this phase, for not for this phase, but for phase 4, 5, and 6, the second part of MCU. Okay, second saga, basically. Okay. Okay. And they're shifting away from that. Okay. And there's a reason why. They got a new writer. Remember, Jeff Lovis left. I believe the original director has left for the movie. I think he was directing Kang Dynasty. Down Crescent, the Shang-Chi director, I think he left. Lovis went off, left the movie, and then he got Doctor Strange and Loki's writer, Michael Waldron, to do on board to write a whole new script for the movie. And then, as you know, they took the title away, Kang Dynasty. It's still an Avengers movie, but it's not going to be Kang Dynasty. Now, we're going to talk about all of that. And I guess I'm going solo here for now. Okay. Unless somebody wants to pop in. Okay. Okay. So, I think, well, not thinking. Okay. They were just waiting for something. Marvel was just waiting for something like this to happen. Okay. For the verdict of John the Major's case. It says X. Okay. And we got the verdict. Obviously, he's charged for third-degree assault and harassment. And 2 charges were dropped. He is obviously going to be arranged for potential sentencing on February 6th of next year. And he could face 1 year of prison, 1 year of jail time. Right? Right, guys, right. But we know that's not going to happen. He's not going to face any jail time. Okay? He is not going to face jail time. Okay. Anybody who thinks he's going to face jail time is just blind. But they're going to come up with something: probation, charity, sensitive training, something like that. They're going to come up with something for him to serve whatever the charges are going to be, whatever they come up with. Okay. Yes, and his career has been seriously hit. It was on the rise, and obviously, with this, his career has taken a huge hit. Huge hit. And losing, and while he was in other movies like Creed 3 and whatever, losing this role, getting fired from this role, Marvel, Disney, it's definitely will have a huge impact on his career. Okay. Now, there's been people from Marvel have been not renewed. Terrence Howard, but that's for money reasons. That's different. That did not hurt his career. Money reasons. There's other people, obviously, right? Um, there's actually some other people in the Marvel MCU circle world. It's actually done some pretty heinous things. I'm not sure, but one of the characters from Miss Marvel turned out to be a really bad person, and he got okay. Now with Majors, obviously this is going to affect his career. DreamWorks, was it DreamWorks? Yeah, one of his movies, DreamWorks, that Disney was originally going to release. That's off the shelf, off the slate. Whenever it was supposed to come out, he was scheduled to not scheduled. He was attached or signed on to play the Worm, Dennis Rodman, NBA player from the 80s and 90s, as you know. The Worm. If you're a basketball fan, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if that's happening anymore. Okay. So he's going to have to do a lot to, I don't know, repair his reputation, because this is not good. And I know some people are saying on Twitter, yeah, but Robert Downey Jr. Recovered from this. Okay. Robert Downey Jr. did not assault anybody or harass anybody. Okay? That's the difference. Okay? That's the difference with Robert Downey Jr. and this. This is worse. Assault, harass in any form, whether it's intentional or unintentional, it's not looked good upon. Okay? That's worse than what Robert Downey Jr. did. And Robert Downey Jr.'s career was halted by that, right? Halted by his demons, his problems, until Iron Man gave him a second chance and has saved his career. Not, you know what? Because he sobered up and changed his life. Now with this, it's going to be harder with this, because this is different. Now, if Robert Downey was drunk and hurt a woman or a man, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like if he assaulted a woman, harassed a woman, whether sexually or not, or assaulted a woman while he was drunk and stuff, yeah, he would not be Tony Stark. That would be Tony Stark. He would not have been back in Hollywood. Okay? Okay? There's no way. Okay? Yo, Degrassi, what's up, buddy? Hey, man, I know I saw you in the other stream, man, with Max, the X-Men stuff. I'm not going to talk about this because that's all speculation. Actually, I am going to talk X-Men, but I'm talking about the Sony stuff, the Insomniac stuff. But nobody's coming on, and I need Blinded for this. I know Okay. All right. So I was just saying, guys, people on Twitter comparing this to Robert Downey Jr., the stuff he was going through. Now, okay, that leak is crazy, man. Robert Downey Jr. did not assault or harass anybody. Yes, he had alcohol issues, but if he did what Jonathan Majors did while drunk at his worst time, he would not be Tony Stark. Oh, me too, Degrassi. He would not be Tony Stark if he was alcohol. If it comes out that if I'm just saying, if Robert Downey Jr. did what did what Jonathan Majors did when it was his worst possible time when he had demons as a drunk when he was drinking, and did what assault, harassment, sexual harassment. If he did that, he would not be Iron Man. He would not have been Iron Man. He would not be Tony Stark, and his career would have been over. Okay? Finish. No, his career would have been in the grave. He would have been done. Okay? You're willing to give alcoholics a second chance. People are willing to give alcoholics a second chance. Okay? More than abusers or people that even if, right? Because unless you did something really, really bad as an alcoholic, okay? As exposure to the grass. But I think and that's what you it depends what you did as an alcoholic. There's some things if you get drunk and there's some bad things you did as a drunk, right? If you commit manslaughter, accidentally killed someone, drunk driving, you don't mean to. Yeah, I don't think you come back from that. If you sexually assault, harass somebody, or I don't think you come back from that. Okay. It depends. I guess it depends. That's true, Degrassi. That's true. I guess it depends on severity of how drunk you are. In this case, this is worse. This is worse because when you're drunk, you're not in your best state of mind. And sometimes when you're drunk, secrets get revealed, but you're still not in your best state of mind. But when you're sober up, even though in your arguments, sometimes when you argue with people or have fights, you're still not in your best state of mind, right? Even if you're sober. But your state of mind is still more aware than when you're drunk. Okay? Because when you argue, sometimes you don't think, you get emotions, right? Your emotions run high, right? A lot of people that argue don't know how to control themselves, okay? But even when you're drunk, you know how to control yourself, obviously. Now, crimes of passion. Yeah, yes, yeah. We have that here too, I believe, in Canada. Okay? Yeah. Now, from what I read, he was cheating on Grace with Megan Good in that car. He was texting Megan Good. Apparently, he was texting Megan Good, and Grace knew something and wanted to look at the phone. What do you expect? Her to react like all civil, all in calm and control? Like, did you expect her to be calm about it? No, man. And you do it right in front of her too, right next to her. Yeah. See, like. It's like, here's the thing. Assault, sexism, all that stuff is bad. It's bad. Cheating is bad too, guys. Cheating is worse. I know there's people like cheating is bad too. Now, okay? Cheating is bad. Really, really bad. If you're a religious person, cheating is considered a sin. But whatever. If you're married. But I'm not going to go there. Cheating is just bad because you're loyal to someone. And obviously, people cheat because for different reasons. Some are assholes and they just don't care about the other person. Oh, come on, blinded. Right? And sometimes cheat because, they don't feel the person they're with, they don't feel the connection anymore. They don't feel the physical connection with there anymore, right? Or the not just physical, but the emotional connection. With him texting right next to her, with the person he's cheating on, that's just being him an asshole. And obviously he's not going to react in a rational way. Okay? And that just makes you an asshole even more. you're an asshole. Even if you didn't do what he did, right? Even if he didn't hit her or touch her, even whether purpose or accidental, if he never did that, still being a cheater is an asshole. And look, in Hollywood, cheating is a kind of a norm. But let's be honest. There's a lot of assholes in Hollywood, and there are a lot of nice guys in Hollywood too. Nice people in Hollywood too. But a lot of nice people in Hollywood could be assholes at times, because you kind of have to be jerks at times. But this is not an excuse. This is not where you have to be a jerk. Cheating on someone is not an excuse to be an asshole. Okay. There's positive situations where you have to be a jerk and asshole. This is not one of them, obviously. Cheating is not one of them. Cheating, okay? Okay. Okay. Now, with Avengers 5. Yes, Avengers 5, because the Kang Dynasty is dead. Kang Dynasty is dead. Right? No. Yes. The report came out yesterday that Kang Dynasty was dead. About maybe half an hour to an hour after the verdict came in, and Marvel fired Jonathan Majors. But don't believe that they decided to take away Kang Dynasty, the name of Kang Dynasty from Avengers 5, and the firing of Jonathan Majors just on that day. Don't be them taking away the name Kang Dynasty from Avengers 5 was in the plans for some time, for a few months. Okay? A few months. Okay? They were doing that for a few months. There were and there were signs you could tell. There was signs that they're going to change course of direction with Kang Dynasty. New writer, Michael Waldron, Doctor Strange, and Loki, season 1, right? Okay. The director left. They're looking for a new director, right? They're looking for a new director, obviously. Okay. And remember, Jeff Loveless. A lot of people criticize for Ant-Man and Quantumania, right? Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania, right? And then they announced that he was going to write the screenplay for Avengers 5 Kang Dynasty. If I remember a month or two ago, he was told that they were going to change course of direction, and Marvel was going to change course of direction with Avengers 5. And maybe that's the reason he left, okay? He left. He was told. And exactly. Yes, we're going to get to that too. Exactly, they did that too. Okay, so they were planning to go course direct Kang and go in a different direction. They were just. It's quite possible. Now, it's a speculation on my part. It's quite possible before what happened in March or February, whenever that incident with Grace, Jabari, the person he went to court with, it's quite possible they knew something about him. They knew something before then. Maybe it was the rumors that on set that he wasn't very approachable, likable on set. And yeah, like what you see in interviews and premieres and all that, late night talk shows, interviews at premieres of a movies, or whether doing interviews for trades, that's just a face. That's just an act. You know, like just basically like how Bruce Wayne personally act as a playboy billionaire and his real self is Batman. Okay, that's just an act. That's not who they are like in behind the scenes. Okay, now maybe obviously I don't think most actresses will not say anything bad. Honestly, they'll not say anything bad about their co-stars at times. I don't hear anything most of the time. They may say it to each other, they may say it privately, but you don't see it publicly. I'm just curious. I wonder how they really felt on that show, and how on the Loki show and and that man. Yeah, and like really, like Catherine Newton, who's what, just 20 now? Isn't she like 20? Is Catherine 20? Like, yeah, the altercation with a kid? How old is Catherine Newton? Oh, she's 26. Wow, she's older than I thought. Because I remember Catherine Newton. Because I remember her when I first was introduced to her was it Supernatural, right? As as Castle's daughter. Well, the person, the body that inhabited was daughter. I remember her from that. Now that was years ago. She must have been. She was probably a teenager then, like in her teens then. So I wouldn't be surprised this has something. I wouldn't be surprised this is something before that incident in spring or fall or winter, whenever it took place. Okay. I think it took March. I don't remember the month. I just know it's February or March, around there. It could have been after Creed 3. And this falls in line with others saying, not big people, not people you know, but other fall in line on X back then, here coming out, saying stuff about Jonathan Majors and not in a positive light. Okay? Okay? So, and just remember, when you sign the contract with Marvel, there is a clause in the contract called a morality clause, right? A morality clause, right? It means he can't do anything. It means he cannot get in legally trouble. I mean, he cannot get in trouble, serious trouble like this, okay? And he definitely broke it. He broke that clause. And when you break a clause, they have the legal right to get rid of you, to fire you, okay? The legal right. Okay? So this is something that was probably, and if you, and like Degrassi said here, and like he's the only one in the audience typing, Blaine. Like Degrassi said, they might have been planning his exit beforehand. And yeah, you're right. You're right. And I hate the idea you're gonna punish the character of Kang based on the actor who portrayed him. I hate that idea, but I can see the stigma in that. I could definitely see that. And obviously John Boyega, he has no interest in that. He made it perfectly clear in X. Okay. I don't like punishing the character for the actions of the actor. Really, I don't like. I don't think it's fair. But I understand where issues. I understand the other side of that. The issue is the stigma. I understand that. So they're planning his exit for a while, and yeah, man, you can say the same for the Flash. Yeah, good point. Because there were last year going at the Flash. Now, how does okay? Obviously, this was boiling with Marvel before the incident. The incident just exaggerated. I wonder if they're going to get rid of him before. I wonder if we're talking about getting rid of him, or they're just going to have him involved in the Multiverse Saga, but not as the big bad. Something would have happened if that was the original plan. But they saw what's happening with him on set. I guess the crew. The crew. Do you mean like a different Flash, not like a Barry Allen, or more like a Wally West, or you mean like that? But that's what I think. That's what I think. Like the stuff. Okay, with Jonathan Majors. And it is it. And let me tell you something. That I'll tell you something. That video that the charges he got obviously bad. But you know what I think what did it? What ultimately gave him truly fired, but Marvel said, yeah, we're gonna truly fire him now, is the phone call. The text from the phones from 2022. The stuff from 2022. Okay? I think that's the ultimate that was the ultimate decision making for Marvel to make to say, yeah, you know what? Based on this, I think that coming out into light, yeah, we're gonna have to let this go. Because he does sound manipulative there, right? So yeah, I think that's and don't tell me that some people on Twitter are saying, but that should have never determined the outcome of the case here. Yes, it does, man. History always comes into play at times at court, okay? And the jurors do take that into consideration. Okay? Hey. The lawyers bring it up. They do it in front of the court, in front of the judge, in front of everybody there, and in front of the jurors. They do bring that stuff. Jurors do get influenced by that kind of stuff. Okay? Okay. Now, I think he will appeal it. I personally do think he'll appeal it. But I think appealing it, and I think even if he wins, he will not get his job back. And you're gonna hear the people say he's getting canceled, stuff like that, and you hear obviously the race card. People don't cancel you, man. You don't get canceled, okay? People don't cancel you. You know what? How you get canceled? You cancel yourself. And like Degrassi says, there's no such thing as cancellation. Even a Hollywood actor at the peak of their height and the lowest of lowest will still get work in some form of fashion, some form. Hell, Mel Gibson's working again, and right? Okay. Oh, right. So, Avengers 5 is getting basically a new title at some point. Okay? And Marvel has said they have not decided on a new villain or new recasting. Now, some people want, what do they do? So they write out the villain, right? If you saw Loki season 2, there's probably a way to write out the villain. So, what villain do you go to? Now, everybody wants Doctor Doom. Here's the thing. I don't think it should be Doctor Doom. I don't want Doctor Doom to be a Thanos or a Kang level villain. Okay, I want to be more of a Loki type villain. a villain that has is in multiple movies, but it's not the it's still a threat, but not the biggest threat. Dangerous, powerful, but I want him to be more like a villain, but a villain that's thinks he's doing good, has a good conscience, at times will help the heroes when he needs to. Because if you know the comics, Doctor Doom, he's not totally an evil person. He's not really a totally bad person. Okay? In fact, I think they kind of made Loki in this is Loki in Marvel, they're Doctor Doom in the sense of making him more of a gray kind of character, not a black and white kind of villain. Okay, so I don't want Doctor Doom to be that replacement for Kang. Okay, I want Doctor Doom to be around for a while. I don't want him to be him in Kang Dynasty, in the Secret Wars, and he's gone. Okay, I don't want that. Doctor Doom should not be that guy. I love to see Doctor Doom in MCU because obviously the past Doctor Dooms, which by the way, I don't think Julian McMahon was a bad Doctor Doom in the original Fantastic Four movies. Okay, Fan Forsick, yeah, that was a bad Doctor Doom. I just don't want to see Doctor Doom wasted like that. Oh, you gave him a few movies in the end of Secret Wars. No. Okay? Doctor Doom should be around for a while. Now you can understand Galactus. The thing with Galactus, they gotta do something about the Eternals. I don't know where they're going with the Eternals. Last time we saw Eternals, they ran into Star Fox, Thanos' brother. I really don't know. Okay, the Korvac dynasty, maybe the Korvac dynasty. Some people wish like I heard this idea that maybe the X-Men versus Avengers. No, don't do X-Men versus Avengers. I don't think that's unless they got some villain trying to have them destroy each other. It has to be a villain. I don't know. Now, if it was my idea, which they won't do, it's kind of for the Onslaught Dynasty. Yeah, maybe that could be an X-Men thing. My idea would have been something DC might do, is have each villain for some of the Marvel characters in MCU, like Captain Marvel, create Moonstone, okay? Create Moonstone, the character Moonstone, okay? Create some other characters. Say Bullseye comes to Daredevil, okay? Bullseye, Daredevil, Moonstone from Captain Marvel. Who else? I don't know. Some other villains, and then have them team up. Make a team up movie, okay? A team up movie to go against hey George, against each of these characters where the Avengers have to team up. Yeah, he could. The Avengers have to team up against a team of villains. And I think, DC was kind of planning that, right? Just right? Kind of planning that. Do something like that. Okay? Or something like that. Or they could have done it, totally botched the Skrulls thing. They could have built a whole storyline on the Skrulls invasion. The Skrulls are impersonating some heroes and some world leaders. They could have done a whole bigger thing than that instead of Secret Invasion. They could have done something bigger than that. Or, they could, Okay. You listen while showering. Wow. They could have done something like that. Okay? But they're, yeah, but they don't know what they're doing. They're all over the place. Okay? But, okay. Okay? This is Marvel at its darkest time right now. This is where DC it once was, and the DCEU is dying. It's dying. This is the last Aquaman. It's the last film of the DCU, and then we got the whole reboot. The whole reboot. And obviously, you got to see where Deadpool leads us to. I think there's 5 comic book movies for next year. It's not a very strong list of comic book movies, if you ask me. I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, they kind of have to rush that, right? I mean, it's like not a terrible idea. He is that kind of villain. You're right, Degrassi. He is kind of is. I do think Apocalypse is maybe. Oh yeah, 50 Shades of Grey. Oh my god. Bring back Thanos. I'm kidding. You know what? Why not Dormammu? Why not Dormammu? Dormammu in some capacity. I don't know. Okay? I know Doctor Doom is the easy answer, it's the easy choice. Okay? Obviously. Yeah. Doctor Doom is like the easy choice, right? Right? But I will not use Doctor Doom as a replacement for Kang. I'm sorry. To me, that's a disrespect of Doctor Doom. That's disrespecting Doctor Doom. Okay? That's freaking disrespecting Doctor Doom. Okay? Doctor Doom is a top 5 Marvel villain. Okay? Okay? Top 5 Marvel villain. There's no way. And Kang is not a top 5 Marvel villain. Okay? It's disrespect. That's disrespecting Doctor Doom. Have him have a replacement. No, Doctor Doom needs a bigger role than a replacement of a character that they thought was going to work and they're just going to write out. No. 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 Mm. Don't disrespect this guy. Don't not disrespect this guy, especially when he's drinking his coffee. Avengers versus aliens? That'd be awesome. Awesome, man. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, respect Doctor Doom. Don't disrespect Doctor Doom. Okay. The X-Men versus Predator. Wolverine versus Predator sounds awesome, man. Wolverine versus a Predator, man. I know there's crossover is out, but that'd be interesting. Wolverine versus Predator. Make me, yeah, okay, George. But seriously, where's my phone? What did I do with my phone? It was just here. What the hell happened to it? Yo, triple threat match. Triple threat match. No. Okay, like seriously. So Marvel's in a pickle here, and they know it. They know it. They knew it. They know it. And okay, make Wensler the main villain. Let's do that. Make Wensler the main villain. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding about Wensler. Oh my god. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god. If I had a movie, a wrestling movie, I would make a movie on King the Wing, Hell in a Cell, Mick Foley, and Undertaker. I would make a movie on how we got to that and all the backstage stuff. I obviously would. I obviously would. Um, that's true, George. I obviously would change it around a bit, make it more dramatic. Like, don't do like Mick. This is crazy. Like Mick is like the actors playing Mick. I'll make it like more dramatic, like thinking about Undertaker. I'll make it like how Undertaker is thinking about it in his hotel room, sitting alone. If you're suggesting to throw Mick off the cell like Mick wants, I'll be like him going through problems. I would make it more dramatic than it really is. That's how I would do it. And then yeah, yeah. And then you get that all lead up to the Hell in a Cell match. I'll do a lot of backstage stuff, a lot of fake wall stuff leading up to the Hell in a Cell match, and yeah, man, I obviously make it play up to the audience, man. I would definitely do that. If I direct a wrestling movie, I would do that. Mankind versus Undertaker Hell in a Cell. I don't know what I would call it. What would a title be called that movie? The Cell? No, that's really a movie. Oh, they do. They need a franchise player. Really, really, they do. Yeah. Okay. More leaks. We're gonna actually this is more Marvel stuff, but it's not related to Marvel Studios. It's actually related to Insomniac. Now, Insomniac, well, hackers were basically blackmailing Insomniac to give them 2 million, or they're gonna reveal their plans for everything, personal information, and gameplay. Well, obviously, Insomniac did not buy their bluff. I wonder if I don't know. I wonder if Insomniac has contacted cybersecurity, the FBI, whoever gets involved with cyber terrorism, because this is form of cyber terrorism, even though it's a bunch of video game shit. It's not like they're really going after military stuff or CIA stuff or stuff like that. It's just still a form of, I guess, I don't know if I'm called cyber terrorism. It's illegal. It's that. I want to, but the hackers, yes, the hackers decided to. The hackers were not bluffing at all, and everything came out today. We got a whole new reveal for the Insomniac verse, related to X-Men and Spider-Man. We're gonna pull up this article. It's huge, man. Wolverine is a long way off, 2026. Like that's man. People are upset about that, but okay. We'll get this article from IGN. The hackers who breached Marvel's Spider-Man developer Insomniac and threatened to release confidential data unless they were paid 50 BTC or around 2 million. 2 million. Okay? Within 7 days have made good on their threat after Sony reportedly refused to meet the demands. According to CyberDay, the Ramso Group with SEDA released 1.67 terabytes of data made up of more than 1.3 million files, which contain a variety of videos and images showing upcoming game, Marvel's Wolverine, personal staff information, and even a contract signed by both Marvel and Sony for future projects. Now Sony. Now you know Sony's going to contact the authorities, right? Now you know Sony's going to contact the authorities. Sony's going to go after them now. You know they're going to go after them now, right? Even though the damage is done, everything's gone. You know Sony's going to go after them now. Because personal information, personal staff information, that's a no-no. So, videos showing early Wolverine footage and unannounced character are now online. Okay. Jane Grey is going to be in the Wolverine game. Jane Grey is going to be in the Wolverine game. Well, she's not the Phoenix, I don't think, in the game, but she might be. Jane Grey is going to be. And yeah, I remember. Yeah, they do. Jane Grey is going to be in the game, the Wolverine game, and she's going to be playable. So, cast list of locations, the plot, and target release date. Insomniac's release slated up to the end of 2033. It's also listed alongside estimated development budget. The data reporting includes a booted build of Wolverine. Okay, let's read information from the breach. The data release includes a slide that reveals Insomniac's upcoming game list. The planned games are Marvel's Venom in 2025. Let me tell you something about Marvel's Venom 2025. That's not a game. That's not going to be a full game. I'm telling you. I don't think that's going to be a game. I think it's going to be an expansion or DLC. That's what I think. Of Spider-Man 2. You know how we got like Miles Morales? The Miles Morales thing? Yeah, Degrassi does. But you know how we got Miles Morales, the Miles Morales edition, the Miles Morales game after the main story? I think that's what Venom's going to be. That's what I think Venom's going to be. Remember, 2018 Spider-Man 1 came out, and 2020 is when the Miles Morales thing. Yeah, Degrassi, it's definitely half game. It's going to be like the Miles Morales thing, right? Miles Morales, basically. Marvel's Wolverine 2026. So that's when Wolverine comes out. Marvel Spider-Man 3 in 2028. That's when the third Spider-Man's going to come out. And New Ratchet and Clank, 2029. Marvel's X-Men in 2030. So they're planning an X-Men game in 2030. And an untitled new IP in 2031, 2032. As with all information revealed in the data breach. The release date is subject to change, of course. So, Venom, Wolverine. So, in order: Venom, Wolverine, Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man 3, and X-Men. I know that X-Men is 7 years away. I'm pretty excited for that. Haven't on past streams I've been wanting an X-Men game. Another slide shows an extended roadmap that includes multiple X-Men games and a second new IP game release in 2035. Yet another slide details Insomniac multiplayer's ambition would include Spider-Man 2 online for 2024, Wolverine online for 2026, and X-Men online for 2023. These plans may be out of date. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, 2030 is going to be PlayStation 6. Oh, by the way, Insomniac did buy the rights to X-Men, right? They kind of Spider-Man, they bought the rights to X-Men, right? Okay. The X-Men license terms are detailed. 120 million is listed as development budget for each game. That's big for a game. How much budget for usually video games? Is that usually that much? With 30 million earmarked for marketing. All X-Men games are meant to launch by 2035 with PlayStation console and PC down platforms. It is. Yeah, man. It is big news. Insomniac's Venom game is fully detailed. It's called Venom, the Lethal Protector, and leads into Spider-Man 3, following the events of Spider-Man 2. It sounds like Venom is to Spider-Man 2 what Miles Morales was to Spider-Man, offering 8 to 10 hour standalone experience. A quarter 2025 release window is mentioned alongside a $50 price point. I think $50 for eight. I personally think $50 for 8 or 10 hour game is too much. Whatever. Another slide suggests Spider-Man 3 may launch in 2 parts, with Part 1 for holiday 2027 and Part 2 pegged for holiday 2028. Multiplayer is listed to launch alongside Part 1. A combo game is down for 2029. Again, these plans may be out of date. Man, they're going to go the Avengers route with Spider-Man 3. Okay. So, okay. There's a lot of stuff unpacking. Now, the X-Men specifically, Insomniac has got the rights to X-Men. Okay? Have got the rights to X-Men. Any game that has an X-Men name in it, X-Men character's name, like say example, they're gonna make X-Men Force Unleash. Insomniac is the only company that's allowed to do that. Okay? Say they're gonna make a Storm and Rogue game, a team-up game, Storm's Rogue game. Only Insomniac's allowed to do that. Okay? Insomniac's the only one to have titles with X-Men related core lore into it. Now, it does not mean and that's for only PlayStation. But it does not mean X-Men related characters cannot appear in the Marvel other games. They can. But, for example, if they decide to make Marvel Ultimate Alliance 4, X-Men characters are allowed to appear in that game. Okay? Say they decide to make an Avengers game, and they said, you know what, we won't, and Wolverine is going to be in the game. Yes, Wolverine's allowed to be in that game. You get the difference here, guys? The difference is, as long as it's not X-Men related title, as long as it's not an X-Men related title, it's not really an X-Men related game, they're allowed to be in those games. But if it's an X-Men related title and game, they're allowed to be in. Insomniac has the right to make an X-Men game with X-Men related lore titles and stuff. Okay, it's kind of like what they're doing with Spider-Man with Sony and MCU talk, right? It's kind of like that, right? They have to go talk to Sony and MCU have to come together to talk, right? Kind of like that. So once again, Insomniac has the rights to X-Men in terms of title, the X-Men lore of the titles and games. X-Men are allowed to appear in other Marvel games. The characters are allowed to appear in other Marvel games as long as it's not really an X-Men centric game. And I don't mean this X-Men Xavier's men. I mean like X-Men related characters. That means the villains too. Magneto, Juggernaut, Apocalypse. That means like that. I mean like that. Okay. So for example, Avengers cannot call their video game Avengers Apocalypse. Okay? Because that's an X-Men character. But Insomniac could call their X-Men game X-Men Apocalypse because they own the rights to the X-Men stuff, library in that kind of way, okay? But if Avengers calls their game Avengers, I'm going to just say multiverse stuff, Kang Dynasty, yeah, you're allowed to use an X-Men character in that game. X-Men characters in that game. You see the difference? Hey, Anthony. And I know there's going to be a lot of people not happy with that because it's a PlayStation thing. And obviously Xbox and the Switch cannot get X-Men games because Insomniac has the rights to that. They can just hope to get X-Men characters in non-X-Men games. That's to do with Marvel. For example, say Guardians gets a sequel to their first game and they want to use an X-Men character, X-Men related character. It doesn't have to be an X-Men dimension. It could be just like something like the Phoenix. Say the Phoenix is in space, right? Say the Phoenix or Jean Grey's in space and interacts with the Guardians. You're allowed to use that. I don't know, man. Yeah, see, this is where they're gonna get the authorities. Okay. I don't know how much longer, man. I like my thumbnail. Um, but yeah, so we're going to wait some time for X-Men video games. I mean, I don't know why Wolverine has to take 3 more years. We got a brief. Why the hell? Now, this is me in a little a rant here. Why the hell do we have to wait to 2026 when we got a little teaser in 2021? What the hell, man? What the hell? Why do you have to release in 2026? Why? You know the backlash you're gonna get for that? Because you want to do the Venom DLC? Is that it? It's Venom DLC that comes out first, tie into to Wolverine? I don't get. I'm gonna end it actually pretty soon. Actually, I got. I know. Okay, hey George. Um, Hi George. What's up, man?
Hey, so I made the Golden State Warrior comparison because the Warriors game is on, and it's like, wait a minute, if this feels like, this reminds me of the Golden State Warriors. I mean, Marvel has had dominance for the same amount of time that the Golden State Warriors had dominance, and
Uh
they
huh.
off at the same time.
Oh, you're talking. Yeah, yeah,
Think about it.
yeah.
They kind of dropped off at the same time. When the Warriors start, looking like started competing again after, Kevin Durant left after, a couple rough seasons, that's when the MCU picked up again.
Mhm.
No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness. When they won their playoff series against Sacramento, Guardians of the Galaxy came out. You know what? Maybe like when the Golden State Warriors are winning, Marvel can be winning.
I don't know.
Golden State put a curse on the MCU.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, it feels like there's a trend whenever Golden State's doing well, Marvel's doing well. When Golden State's doing bad, Marvel's doing bad.
Mhm.
The Draymond Green put a curse on the MCU.
And JL Morant's back. Whenever he had a
Oh,
game.
John Morant had a great game. That was a very good game.
So do you hear about the Sony leak? I mean, Insomniac leak. I mean, I just
I
talked
heard a
about
little
it.
bit about it. I don't know the full details.
Okay, so they released a bunch of upcoming game details, personal information, and contract was signed both by Marvel for future projects. So as you know, like the Wolverine game, right? Okay. Well, actually, the release states that they've released that they leaked, and Grace Randolph said it was leaked. No, it was hacked. It was not. Scoopers did not leak this. That's the difference. Hackers and scoopers are not the same thing. They're both scum, but hackers are worse scum. My opinion. I think we could say that. So like Marvel's Wolverine is going to come out in 2026. Okay, that's a long way off. Marvel Spider-Man 3 2028, Venom in 2025, Ratchet and Clank in 2029, and we're going to get an X-Men game possibly in 2030. Okay, that's supposedly what's been revealed by the hackers. Okay. Now, I personally don't know why the hackers. Why does this? I know this. I don't know why it's such a big deal going after video game companies. Like, did they do something to them? Like, what happened? Did them not winning any awards at video game awards piss them off or something? I don't know. Um, but yeah, this is heavy stuff, man. Uh, Insomniac did come with a statement. No. Suicide Squad came out with a statement. No. Rocksteady came out with a statement for their leaks. I don't know, but what do you think of this? Well, leaked upcoming games.
No, I don't think it's a good look for them. So Sony's prone to leaks. Yo, we're coming off like 9 years since the original Sony leaks
Yes, they were. Yeah. Oh,
for the
yeah.
movie ones. Yeah, when North Korea hacked into them because of the Kim Jong Un movie.
Oh, yeah. I did remember.
Yo,
that.
have you ever seen that movie?
That's hilarious. It was
Yo,
hilariously
it's
funny, man.
hilarious. Like Kim
Yeah,
Jong
I
Un's
do.
secretly a Katy Perry fan.
Oh my god, I love that movie. Oh man,
It's like,
thank God we were able to see it. Like,
yo,
oh my,
I watched it. I was like, holy crap, this is hilarious.
oh. But
Don't care
look,
what the
like,
critics say. That is a hilarious movie.
no, it was funny. It was funny as hell, man. Even if James Franco was a star of it, was so
Oh
pretty
yeah, yeah, that's what I remember. You know what? Screw it. You
funny.
know
I
what?
know.
Like James Franco is a terrible human being, but you know what? He's been in hilarious movies.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, The
Like,
Disaster Artist was one of the best movies of 2017, and unfortunately, he starred in it. But you know
who,
what? It's still a terrific movie.
who the Crashy? Sony's a multi-million-dollar company, right? Who the a billionaire company? Who the hell? What is a cyber security system? Like, how bad is it? Like, what do they have? Like, who do they hire? What kind of people do they have? Like, incompetent people working in their cybersecurity, or like seriously, they make seriously. What the hell do they have there? Like, seriously.
Yo, like I don't know, it's a big mess. Like Marvel's just a bit. Everything Marvel related's a big mess.
Mm-hmm.
We were whining for months about the Spider-Man comics. Now the Marvel movies are going downhill, and now we got even when we love the video games, we're having problems.
See, that's the problem, Degrassi. Cybersecurity should be the most important funding department in any company because it's
Yeah,
dangerous. You
yo,
don't know what you get there, man. You don't know
cybersecurity.
what's Mhm.
No, I'm saying cybersecurity is important in general because
Yeah.
anyone can use just hack in.
Mhm. Yes, that's the idea of Disney. Oh, what? Okay, so George, I think you were listening. I don't. So apparently, George, right? Sony and Marvel signed a deal with Insomniac, right? That they can make X-Men only games. Okay, related
Hmm.
games. So kind of like Spider-Man, right? Insomniac, kind of like that. Okay. Wolverine was kind of first. I guess but it does not mean you can. This is not like this is for Sony, obviously for PlayStation, right? Because Spider Man's only on PlayStation. But it does not mean you can have an X Men character or X Men lore character, not necessarily an X Men character, but somebody like from the, for another mutant that's not part of X Men. Like somebody like I don't know. I'll just go with a random X Men character and mutant. I'll go with Mystique. You can still have Mystique in a in another Marvel game as long as it's not an X Men centric game, lore game, or say the title. Say if Mystique is going to be in this game that's not X Men centric, the title cannot be like Avengers Apocalypse. Okay, you can't do that because that's. But Insomnia could use X Men Apocalypse. You see the difference there?
Yep.
Oh, really? What do you do, cyber? Like, I'll just get what's his name? What's his name? Victor Stone. I guess I'll get Cyborg. Um,
I was thinking of something like during my shower about the Kang thing. It's like I'm bracing. I'm waiting for all the people to say Ray Fisher should be should be cast as Kang.
oh yeah, can you
Yo,
imagine?
well, here's the thing. I don't know if you saw it. John Boyega like already declined when
It's like
someone on
no.
Twitter said he's like, no. Why be involved in another messy franchise when you finally got out of one?
Yeah, it's like no, no.
Like seriously, like why be part of two messy Disney franchises?
Okay, let's do it, Degrassi. I'll you know what? I'll hack into Kevin Feige's office computer and find out all the Marvel plans. That's my goal now. Just do that, George. Just hack into Kevin Feige's computer at his office. Or we can do it to James Gunn.
Yo, we hack with gun.
Yeah, hack with Gunn. I want to transit to Batman because I'm going to end this stream soon. I'm going to transit to Batman. I heard you know the news. Obviously, it came out like yesterday or 2 days ago. The Arkham series is going to transition to the DCU. And Matt Reeves is still going to be working on that for the DCU while working on the Batman universe, his universe that he created, Robert Pattinson. My thoughts are James Gunn and Safran see this. This doesn't count for Joker, but they see Matt Reeves as instrumental part in Batman-related stuff, for both universes. So he wants him to create the universe of Batman, his Batman verse, the Robert Pattinson verse, and help out with Batman in the DCU. He has faith in Matt. It seems he has faith in Matt Reeves that he can create Batman-related content. Now we got a director for Brave and the Bold, Andy Muschietti, right? And for some reason, Grace Randolph guessed his name wrong. You should watch the stream she did earlier. She can't get his name right. His last name right. It's hilarious. But my thing is, great. Matt Reeves will probably have some influence on Andy Muschietti's movie in some capacity. Brave and the Bold.
I mean that's a positive. I mean, well, here's the thing. I'll say this about Andy Muschietti. He got Batman right in the Flash movie.
The Batman was like the best part.
So I'm not concerned about Andy Muschietti handling Batman. I am concerned about like how he's gonna go about like villains and practical effects because of the CGI nightmare that was the Flash.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I enjoyed the Flash movie, but like the special effects, they do not look good.
Yeah,
but still, like I think with Matt Reeves, I mean, you got someone who you know probably got the best understanding of Batman since Nolan. Because think about it, Zack Snyder. I feel like I don't want to make this a Zack Snyder bash fest, but let's be honest. He like his Batman was like a Dark Knight Returns Batman.
Yeah.
Like we want like a Batman that's in their prime or like beginning their prime or like beginning.
Now the question is like we don't know the DCU. He didn't specifically say the timeline for that Arkham series. Is it before Brave and the Bold or after? Right? Like right. That's the question. Right? We don't know that because we know from reports that were saying in the Batman verse, the Arkham series was going to be like after Batman 2. In between Batman 2 and Batman 3, right? Like how the Penguin's in between the Batman and Part 2, right? Like that. But now since that's being moved, I wonder where it's going to take place in the time period of Muschiett's Batman between that or after. And I do like the idea to give him some of the free reigns, not fully free reigns, but some of the reins to Matt Reeves to focus on Batman related stuff. I like the idea because I really did like his Batman, and it seems like he has a good grasp on Batman. Like how James Gunn has a good grasp on comics in general, on characters. You could tell Matt Reeves, based on interviews, knows Batman comics because he talks about characters. He talks about villains that some people may not have never heard of. The general audience may never heard. The general audience doesn't know who the Court of Owls are. They don't know who Hush is. Like characters like that. And I think James Gunn sees that because James Gunn is also like that, right? He makes villains, especially Suicide Squad or Peacemaker, characters that the general audience hasn't really heard of, right? Like Peacemaker, Peacemaker, the Ratcatcher. Ratcatcher was one of the most beloved characters. So and Ratcatcher was like a joke of a villain in the comics. That's true, Degrassi. That's true, and I think Reeves could do both.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I'm still looking forward to this Arkham show. But I think it's also kind of shown. I think what it does say is that Matt Reeves Batman universe is probably not going to be a long-lasting franchise. I think they're going to go the 3 movies, go like a spin-off show or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I'm still struck by what David Zaslav said when he doesn't want multiple Batman running around. And I think that there was a part of him in the Warner Brothers team that was kind of hoping that maybe the Robert Pattinson Batman would be part of the DCE, the new DCU. And they can maybe use that as like the reboot starting point. Obviously, that wasn't going to happen because Matt Reeves is going with the more realistic approach.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you can't really cancel this franchise when the first movie did very well and was well received. Especially because, he's been so trigger happy about getting rid of everything else. You get rid of this universe, fans are gonna be out in front of the Warner Brothers studio with the pitchforks and torches. Listen, we talking about comic book movies going downhill. The Batman was one of the few great comic book movies we've gotten in the last few years. You're gonna screw up that universe. You best expect help from the fans. That's what I mean. Like it's probably not just Zaslav. It's probably other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What else was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Grace Randolph is so stupid.
I've known that for ages.
Okay. I don't. There's people make the same freaking mistake in the Batman movie. If you remember the Batman, beginning scene, the mirror, right? The mirror. Riddler kills the mirror, and then you see the police, and you see Batman coming. And you see the kid, right? You see the kid all sad that his father's dead, right? And what's the one common thing about fans? Some fans who don't pay attention. Oh, they should make him Robin.
Oh my goodness!
He still has a mother, right?
I'm so sick of hearing that stuff.
Do you know what that's? You know that kid that scene's supposed to represent? It's supposed to represent what Bruce Wayne went through when his parents were murdered.
Yeah, the thing. Well, here's the thing. Grace Randolph's one of those people that just wants a reaction. She don't know jack shit.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I was thinking about this on the way home. I wish we can put Grace Randolph, John Campea, Skip Bayless, and all these other idiots that don't know what they're talking about on an island and have them do like Survivor, the idiot version, and just see who would drive who insane first. You got Grace Randolph going, well. You got John Campea saying whatever dumb shit that he says. And then you got Skip Bayless being like all the blind witnesses.
Oh,
Grace Randolph.
George, Grace Randolph said she was talking about the Insomniac Leaks, and she said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna plan to watch the cutscenes of these games." I'm like, oh god.
Yo, wait. So she's just revealing she don't even play video games.
Yeah.
She is so. I don't know how people are still fans of this woman. I honestly don't know. They must be simping for her.
Sure, she's helping me get good views for solid views for Godzilla. Thank you, Grace, for getting me solid views for Godzilla on my new channel. Be sure to subscribe. Over 300 views. Because I said her because I said she was wrong on Godzilla's -1's box office. I said she was wrong on it, and some of the audience is actually from Japan. Yeah, I got some audience from Japan.
Yo, I think I'm getting an audience from Japan. Godzilla's become one of my most watched videos.
Yeah.
Yo, well, to be fair, Dragon Ball Super was like my most watched video for a while.
Thank you, Grace. I gotta thank Japan for that.
I think Japan loving the George. right now.
Japan
Listen,
having
yo, that could be my fan base. I gotta come up with a Japanese name now. And it won't be like, yo, that American that loves our culture.
Let me check if it's from Japan. What the percentage from Japan is. So 5% from Japan. That's, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, but yeah, I got a couple videos in mind for tomorrow on my Dissect channel. John Campia talking. Actually, I am going over a John Campia video, but it's actually be kind of positive, a John Campia video, because I do agree with his takes on this topic. Also, I am going to try to go over Grace Randolph's stuff tomorrow over the live stream, because she did do a live stream today. And the problem with Grace, right, George, she does not trim out segments from her live streams like Campia does. So it's going to be a little harder to go over Grace Randolph. So I got to be be careful. I got to, get a little bit more and get a little bit more, do a little bit more work with Grace. That's what I got to say.
Oh my goodness. I mean, it's so weird. It's like what movie pundits that are still reliable, because I feel like Grace Randolph and John Campia have just dropped off so badly.
You know what I like? I like Jeremy Johns. I like Stuckman.
I consider them more as reviewers, not like covering the movie news. Like that's the thing. Like I love Jeremy Johns. I love Chris Stuckman. But I feel like that they just are more into reviews. Like Chris Stuckman will once in a while touch upon movie news, or like touch upon like what patterns that he sees.
I like Sean Chandler.
Yeah, Sean Chandler. Like to me, Sean Chandler is like one of the few genuine ones.
Yeah, I like him.
Like he's genuine. I like Austin Burke. But like I think he's more in the reviewing stuff than the news stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's what I mean. Like someone who also covers the movie news, because it's like I feel like people don't cover. I mean, I get it. We all have our opinions. Like we obviously share our opinions on stuff, but it's like I feel like people let their opinions. They let their opinions take over the news.
Mm-hmm.
It's like with sports. And it's like we're inside the NBA on TNT.
Oh.
Where deep down we're a lot better than most of these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest here. We should be the ones getting all them super chats.
The thing is, George, I know you're not seeing Rebel Moon, but
I'm gonna watch it on Netflix probably.
I am gonna review 2 movies, guys. I will see Aquaman. I will review Rebel Moon, but I'm gonna be fair with Rebel Moon, okay? Because this is not the extended edition, the one they should be really releasing. So
that's another thing. I'm so sick and tired of like, well, Zack Snyder. If Zack Snyder tells stories with extended cuts, then he needs to just let the full movie come out. Like I'm sick and tired of needing an extended cut to prove that this guy can make good movies. Like, and there's no guarantee that the extended cut will make this movie better. Just because it worked for Watchmen and the Snyder cut, it's not going to work for every single damn movie. What?
He came out today, right? He said that the extended cut is a more coherent version. It's like
just come on with that one.
Taking a better universe. You know what that means? That means the version that came out now, he knows his shit. He missed his shit.
That's the case. He needs to stop doing that shit. Yes. I mean, look, listen. The Snyder cut was something that you couldn't control that from happening. You're making your movie, a family tragedy happens. We get all that. Yeah. But if this is going to become a pattern where we can only enjoy a Zack Snyder movie if it's the extended cut, then basically, like that's just telling me that he can't tell a story without making it extremely long.
Yeah. So
here's the thing: he's capable of telling shorter stories. Dawn of the Dead and 300 are 2 of his best movies. They ain't that long, but yet they're 2 well-made.
You know why? We know why 300 was a good movie. It wasn't a complicated story for him to do. His weakness is storytelling, right? In that movie.
Oh yeah,
storytelling was not that hard to do. It's a simple story. Anybody could
And
have done it.
also, Dawn of the Dead was written by James Gunn, so.
That's true too. That's true too.
But it's just I'm at this point where it's like, you know, I'm not hating on Zack Snyder, but it's like just give us like the full thing.
Yeah.
Stop with this extended cut bullshit. Listen, like this was not a problem with the Snyder cut. It was a problem with BVS though.
And it's, yeah.
Because it's like like hearing this excuse like, oh, you can only appreciate BVS.
I know
Ultimate Edition.
Degrassi.
Like, then why not just give us the Ultimate Edition in theaters where more people would rather watch the movie in its full?
It's not just based on the graphics, but I think it's actually really based on an actual potential mythological event. If you really believe in Greek mythology, that stuff really happened.
It's just like
King Leonidas is perceived as maybe a real king at one point. I don't know. Sparta is real. Sparta was a real place. It is a real place. I think it still exists. Whatever. But yeah. So yeah, I think Blinded says he's gonna do Rebel Moon review with me. George, you're always free to come on to do it. And anybody else?
When are you gonna do it? Because I'm probably not gonna watch this movie until maybe the day after Christmas.
I'm gonna see.
That's the thing. I'm not gonna watch Rebel Moon Aquaman until after Christmas. Like as Christmas is winding down, I'm watching Christmas stuff. I'm
doing Let's Talk Pop because I do spoiler reviews on that, but I'm doing it separately. I'm not doing Rebel Moon and Aquaman on the same Let's Talk Pop.
Like that's the thing. Like here's the thing. Aquaman, you know, the DCU is ending on a whimper.
Dude, is any reviews come out for that yet?
Anything? It ain't coming out. It ain't coming out until I think the day the movie comes out.
That's not a good
sign. That's what I mean. That's what I mean when I think Blinded is right about what he's been hearing about this movie. That's going to be dogpile. Listen, one of my friends at work, like who's into comic book movies, he was like, I forgot that movie was even coming out.
Well, that's not a good sign.
I mean, well, to be fair,
Thursday. That's when the movie really comes out, not Friday.
Oh well, so I think Thursday the review's coming out.
They always say the movies come out on a Friday because it's the end of the weekday, but they're all movies really come out.
I mean, listen, this December was not a dud though. I mean, we got Godzilla. No. Wonka was pretty good. I heard the new Studio Ghibli movie was great. I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to watch it, but
I don't see the hype about Migration. Like I know it's Illumination. I just don't see.
I'm not an Illumination fan. Listen, if you want to watch an anime movie, I recommend you see the new Studio Ghibli movie. Listen, Studio Ghibli movies need more love.
Let me see. No, not in my area. Not in my area.
You know what? I am curious to see if Rebel Moon is playing in any theaters by me. But it's like I don't know. Do I want to watch what's gonna be garbage in theaters when I can just watch it at home and just like relax in bed, all comfy and being like, will this put me to sleep? I feel like big dumb fun is becoming a lazy excuse.
Degrassi, how does this help us?
That's the thing. That's the thing. At a certain
I'd love to go to Paris.
Here's the thing. At a certain point, big dumb fun stops becoming an excuse. Like that's a lot of comic book movies at this point. People want to see something different.
Yeah. Oh, Paris Theater.
Like that's why the Batman worked so well.
Okay, you could go to Paris Theater, George.
Wait, what?
The Paris Theater. I don't even. You and I think you could go to Paris Theater in New York. Oh yeah, but. Oh yeah, I'm gonna end it here though. Thank you, George, for coming on.
The Paris Theater. I can't. I don't know where the Paris Theater is. No. The excuse that I'm talking about is like saying, oh, it's hard to explain, but it's like I always hear that excuse like, "Oh, but it's big dumb fun." It's like, yeah, but does that make it good? Is that like, is it gonna hold up in the long run?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
listen, the Marvels was big dumb fun, but like I ain't gonna go back and rewatch that movie unless I'm doing an MCU marathon.
The Marvel. I know on my review I shit on the Marvels. The Marvels is not as bad as people make it out to be. It's you know how Black Adam people say it's big dumb fun. Marvels is better than Black Adam.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, and I don't know if everyone's gonna agree with me. I thought the Flash was way better than the Marvels.
I did too.
I mean, like that, like at least like here's the thing: the Flash kind of struck me in an emotional chord with the Barry and his mom stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, what should have hit me emotionally in the Marvels just did not. I don't know. There's just something lacking. Where like the Flash, like the stuff with Barry and his mom at least hit very well. Y'all, like none of my theater, like yeah, my theaters are still playing Godzilla -1. Oh wow.
Yeah. Um yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Um
I
I
watch a
really
lot of movies. I watch a lot of movies. I go back and rewatch a lot of movies. I rewatch like Kevin Smith's Clerks at least 3 times a year.
um
Willy Wonka, I go back and rewatch on a daily basis.
I
I got like a list of hundreds of
yeah,
movies.
it depends on the movie.
I mean, anything Kevin Smith, I'll
I
rewatch a
don't
couple
I'll be
times.
honest with you, I don't rewatch Marvel movies that a lot, even the good ones. Even the good ones.
There's like no, there's some Marvel movies I'll go back and rewatch. I can rewatch the first Iron Man. I can rewatch Winter Soldier, any of the Avenger movies, any of the Spider-Man movies, Guardians movies, Black Panther. It depends on what kind of movie it is.
Yeah. So I'm gonna end it here. George, go yourself, plug yourself.
You can find me at the George. I have wrapped up the Willy Wonka review series with the 1971 movie, the 2005 movie, and the new recent Wonka movie. Well, Aquaman's coming out, so I'll probably be reviewing that when I see it during Christmas break. I'll be late with that one because I'm not really in a rush to go watch it because Christmas is coming up. If I have a chance, maybe I'll do a Christmas review. I don't know which Christmas movie yet. I'm debating between two in particular.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta do a Christmas review series one year. I feel like
Home
I've
Alone.
just been slacking. No. Probably not Home Alone. Maybe next year. But
Santa
there's two in
Claus.
particular that it like there's one in particular that I think I'm going to talk about before Christmas.
All right.
Just because it's like it's
Well, plug yourself.
nostalgia.
In the chat.
Yeah. I'll put myself. Let's see. I'll put myself in the chat. But yeah, you can find me at the George. Maybe I'll do a stream during Christmas break. I don't know on what yet.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you, George. Yeah, I'll show you guys. For me, you're obviously going to see Let's Talk Pop. You're going to see reviews on Rebel Moon. I want to do Iron Claw. Obviously, I want to see that. But the local theater that's close to me is not showing Iron Claw for some reason. They're still showing some movies from like a month or 2 months ago, whatever. But I still wanted to see that. Yeah, Aquaman, obviously. I'm obviously going to do a review on Aquaman and Rebel Moon. I'm going to do spoiler reviews on that as a stream. Obviously. On my Dissect channel, like I said, I'm going to go over a video of Campy that he posted today. It's not a negative video. It's actually a very positive video that I kind of basically agreed with him in the beginning of the stream. I didn't say I agree with him in the beginning of the stream, but what I basically describe about the whole Avengers, all that stuff, I kind of get the hint. You get the hint that I agree with him. You'll see in the video. Also, some great stuff from her stream today. I gotta go over her stream and look at it. I wish she really did cut them out in permanent segments and upload them, but she doesn't. And also, I'm waiting for her Iron Claw review because I really want to know what her wrestling knowledge is. Because as a wrestling fan, that can make me boil. if whatever she says about it.
Yeah, are you seeing Iron Claw? I'm debating if I want to see it or not.
I heard it's really, really good. I heard they say non-wrestling fans should see it too. Wrestling fans know the story, but it's more than just a wrestling story, man. Like, it's really, really emotional. Because you like that story will make you feel something. All right, yeah. So like, share, subscribe below, and check out for a couple videos tomorrow on the dissect. All right.
Peace.
Welcome, an adventure. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't hit as hard as